time that I really have time to get anything done because by the time I get off work, I have to come out here and start locking up the chickens since it gets dark early now. So, anyway, I'm going to get my sage plants and I'm going to take them. I have them in 7-gallon containers and they've been in there for years. So, every year I will take them out, loosen up the soil, and place them back in there. I don't want to give them any more space than that because I don't need a big monstrosity of sage. Because who uses a whole crap ton of sage? I know I don't. So anyway, you guys, first I have to let my chickies out because it is 6:22 and I don't want them waking up the whole neighborhood. So hold on, you guys. I will turn you guys that way for a second. Good morning to whomever came in. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Getting ready to let the chickens out. And then I have to do some planting really quick. But I have to clean up behind my doggy too because I don't want no incidents out here. It is chilly out here too, you guys. It's like in the low 50s. So it's California cold. California cold. So I'm getting ready to let them out. Open up their house, I should say. I try not to let them out I before work because I don't want to chase them around because they will not be ready to come back in here. So I usually let them out in the afternoon. So uh-oh. Okay, they are good to go. So now I'm going to get my plants and I'm going to get those planted up. Let's see. I will turn the cam. Just trying to get you guys settled. Oh, there we go. Flip you guys around. All right. I don't want it to fall over. Let's see. Mm, that'll do. All right, let me go get my plants, y'all. So I have them inside the main garden over here. And I would do it in here, but it's not really enough space for me to maneuver. So I'm going to take them out. And they're actually starting to look pretty good. They're starting to put out new foliage. But it is time to loosen up this soil. So I have two of them. I'm hoping I can get them both done this morning. We're going to see, y'all. So I have this little makeshift table over here. So, see, they look pretty good. So I will tilt you guys down so you guys can at least see what I'm doing. So I'm definitely going to prune all these yellowing leaves off. And we're going to add some nutrients to this after I pull this plant out and kind of loosen it up a bit. Am I going to prune up the roots and all that? Probably not. Probably not. Let me make sure I turn my Wi-Fi off. Hold on. Turn my Wi-Fi off. So, all right. We are pruning it up a little bit. Just taking off the yellowing leaves so no energy goes to that. But it's not looking half bad. We just have to be mindful that it is not summer anymore. You know, herbs like to dry out a bit, and so, ooh, there's a lot going on in this pot. A lot of dead leaves, but I guess I can keep that and just let that compost on in as well. So let me get a container, and then I will get my soil. So today I'm going to be using the Miracle Grow um, Organics. So this is the one I'm using today. I normally would use the Kellogg's, what is it? Kellogg's Organic Raised Bed Soil, Raised Bed Potting Mix or whatever. But those bags get to be too heavy. They are the 2 cubic, and so the 1.5 cubic is easier for me to just lift. So anyway, I'm gonna take some of these dead leaves out because I will drop them to the bottom. This soil is dry too, which is good. It shouldn't be as difficult to get it out of here. All right. So just press your pot a little bit so you can get it out of there. And of course I have on gloves because there is no telling what might crawl out of here. So, all right. Oh goodness. See how the soil gets around this thing? So I'm gonna loosen this up because I'm gonna be adding more to it anyway. But the roots they're not root bound or anything, so that's a good thing. But I'm still gonna loosen it up. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing. Let me tilt you down a little bit more. There we go. Just gonna loosen it up. And I like to come in here every year and do this because it can get a little root bound from being in these containers. So, and I'm sure it needs some nutrients. And then I'm just gonna put this back in the container and I'm gonna backfill. Drop a little granular fertilizer on top and water it in. I'll work it in just a little bit. Then I'm going to water it in. I'm going to do that with the other one as well. All this soil right here can just go right on in the grass. It's old soil anyway. All right, so let me get my granular. Hold on. These are the ones that I'm going to use. Just going to use a sprinkle of each. I have some bone meal, some Dr. Earth, which is for herbs and veggies, and then I have a little bit of blood meal. So that's what I'm going to use. So I'm going to put this back on the bottom. Get that compost in. I'm going to put my plant back in there. Ooh. And just going to backfill, y'all. So I'm going to get a little container So it'll be easier for me to backfill. All right, this one is perfect. This is a little 4-inch container, so it's easy for me to scoop with. So, and I'm just going to backfill. Hope everyone is doing good this morning. I appreciate you scrolling on through, stopping in. Please hit that like button if you have not already. I really need to do this with my lavender, but that lavender bush is so huge. I just don't know, y'all. So most likely what I'm going to do is just add more soil or nutrients to it. Let's see. Okay, I'll tilt you guys back down. I don't see anyone in the chat, so all right. Prune up some more of these yellowing leaves. And in a couple of weeks or so, or in a week maybe, it should be looking really good. Usually when it cools down though, the sage looks really nice. It'll start coming back in real pretty. But those summer months be kicking its butt. And I have these in the shade. A little bit more soil. And then I will go in with some fertilizer and work that in just a little bit. So it's just going to be a little sprinkle of each. And I'm just going to kind of work it in. That was the blood meal. Take a little bone meal. And I'm just going around the perimeter of the plant. Work it in just a little bit. And remember, it's just a little sprinkle. It's not a lot. And I'll put some of that Dr. Earth in there. All right, we're going to water this in and this is going to be all good. So let me go get the other plant. I'll water them in after I get the other one done. Because remember, guys, I'm doing this stuff before work. Uh-oh, almost got hung up on my grapevine. So there's that one. And they are dry, so I definitely have to water them. So here's the other one. All right, here's my other sage, baby. And as you can see, it's a lot of new foliage coming in on this one. There are some yellowing leaves, so just gonna pull those off. Whoever is in the chat, thank you for being here. I don't see any comments or anything, but I appreciate you guys being here. Whether you are in the bushes or not, I appreciate you. Plucking these yellowing leaves off so no energy goes to that. I am just repotting. If there's anyone that's just coming in, I'm just repotting my sage, loosening up the soil. I'm putting it back in the same container. Um, these are garden sage plants, and I have them in 7-gallon containers. So I don't want to give them more space than that. I just want to make sure that I always take them out every so often, loosen up the soil, add some more nutrients, and keep them going. It is so peaceful out here right now. So our weather has been pretty good the last couple of days. It's been like in the 70s, so that is always awesome. So it's been like 75 and under, so not bad at all. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and again, I think this one, yeah, there's a lot of leaves in here, dead leaves. So I'm just gonna take these, put them in a container, and I will drop these on the bottom before I put the plant back in there and add soil. Just let them compost on in. Looks like there's some dead branches over here that I probably could go ahead and prune off. Let me go get my pruners. Hope you guys are doing well this morning. Let's see, what did I do with them? I'm always setting my stuff somewhere and then I forget. My red mustards are coming in really good right now. Sun is coming out. It looks like it is going to be a beautiful day. I'm going to cut these little dead branches off on this side. And I guess I could put this at the bottom of the container. Uh-oh, cut a wrong branch, y'all. I'm just going to put that in the bottom of the container as well. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just press the pot so it'll be loose enough for you to slide that plant on out of there. Let's see. Don't be afraid to be a little rough with it. It's going to be all right, y'all. It's going to be all right. They are a little bit more resilient than we think. So as you can see, it's not root bound or anything, but I still want to go in and loosen up the roots. Hey, Damari, how are you? Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I am just repotting some sage. Thank you for coming on in. I have them in 7-gallon containers, and every so often I like to take them out and loosen up the soil, replant them, add some more nutrients and all that good stuff. So that's what I'm doing right now. I hope you can hear me okay. Let me know if you can hear me okay. I am doing good. Thank you so much for asking. I hope you are doing well also. So, I already did the first plant. So I was taking some of the yellowing leaves that were on here off. And as you can see, there's little baby leaves coming in. So there's more foliage coming in. So I just wanted to give it a good start before the spring comes in and repot it, give it some more nutrients, and just put it back in there because I'm definitely not giving it more space than what it has already. Not for a sage plant. So we're going to put her back in, and then I am going to backfill with some new soil. Yeah, I just like to loosen up the roots a little bit. Oh, I forgot to add those old branches and leaves that were on the bottom. So let me do that. I forgot all about it. That can compost on in. Okay, let me take it out. Let's add that first. So it's just the dead leaves. Put that back in there. G Mama, what's going on? Cece, hey, hey. Just repotting my sage. I did the other one already. I was just loosening up the roots, taking some of those dead leaves off and yellowing leaves, and then just add some more soil, some more nutrients, so it can continue on another year. Because I only do this once a year for these plants. Let's see. Jacob, what's going on? Thank you for being here. I appreciate you so very much. I had already let those chickies out. I had a Black Beauty eggplant that was planted in a 5-gallon container, and it just never did thrive well. So I took it out of that container. I hosed that thing off really, really good, the roots and everything. Pruned the roots up, and I put it in one of my cattle beds with the beans and onions. And so we're going to see if it does better in there. Uh-oh. Getting a bunch of soil outside. So hopefully it looks like it's doing good. The weather is good, so it's not being beat up by all the heat. Today I think it's only going to be like 73, which is awesome. Because anything over 75 to me is too doggone hot. So, all right, so that is enough. Now I'm just going to give it a little sprinkle of blood meal, and I'm just putting it around the perimeter of the plant. And just a little sprinkle. And work it in just a little bit. And I'm going to add some bone meal. And work that in just a little bit. And it's just a sprinkle, y'all, just a sprinkle. And then I have, don't spill that. And I have some Dr. Earth over here. Sprinkle that around the perimeter, and then I'm just gonna work it in a little bit. And then I'll water these babies in, and they should be good. Didn't do anything spectacular, just take it out, loosen up the roots, get some of those yellowing leaves, dead leaves off, cut a few of the branches off that were dead, add some nutrients, pop it back in. All right, let me put my soil away. Let's see. It's only getting 55 there. Oh, wow. goodness, your weather is dropping quickly. So these are the nutrients that I use. Just some blood meal, some Dr. Earth. This is one of my faves. And some bone meal. So I'm going to put these away so I don't forget. And then I will water these babies in. Put my soil back. Yep, it's like 53 right now. So here it is 53, but we're going to get some good 70s weather later. Sun is coming out. It looks really pretty out here right now. I got to clean up my mess, y'all. I got so much soil on this table here. I'm just going to sweep it right on into the grass and water that in later. All right. I got to water those babies now. Oh, let me get my broom. That is a mess. My chickies think they're supposed to come out into the yard. Let's see. You just finished covering your plants? Okay, yeah, I remember you were doing that on yesterday, getting your plants all covered up and getting them ready for the winter or the cooler months, I should say. Your winter, at least. Usually when we get really cold, I mean, with the climate change, you never know what it's going to be. But like for us right now, um, like I said, it gets down to the 50s, and we've been having 70-degree days. But usually when it gets cold for us, it's usually around like later in December, maybe January, February, and it'll go down as low as 38, 40. Rinse this off. But for the most part, it doesn't, we don't get a hard freeze here, of course. You guys know that. California doesn't get a hard freeze, so that's a good thing. Rinse off my chair. I got the soil all the way over here, y'all. Got a whole mess going. All right. Good enough. So now I'll move you guys with me because I have to go water these plants. See, the sun is coming in. It's looking so pretty out here right now. Hold on, let's see. This is also a new area. Yeah, I understand that. So you have to pray for whatever happens, huh? Yep. and and learn the environment or climate. Oh no. I see a grub right here on top of the soil. It came to the surface like it belonged here. Like, no, 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 you do not. Toss that right on over to the chickens. So I'm getting ready to water these in really quick so I don't forget. I have some volunteer plants coming up over here. Kind of look like a tomato. I don't know how that got in there. And it looks like there is a hole in one of my bell peppers over here. Oh man. Something has gotten into my bell pepper. Oh well. Can't get them all, y'all. Can't have them all. But I hope you guys are having a good morning. I need to watch my time because I got to get ready for work too. I was trying to come out here earlier, but y'all know how that goes. All right, I got this one all watered in. I'm gonna water this one in. Look, and that was the garden tutorial for the day. Repotting my sage. I don't think I saw my little hummingbird yesterday. I hope it's okay. I remember Shawnee saying that it looked pregnant. It probably is because it was a little chunky. And the funny thing, I started to order like a little house, a little hummingbird house that was like right next to it, the feeder, because I do have another hook right here. And I didn't do it. So hopefully I will see it soon. All right, I see the water coming out the bottom of this container, so it is watered in good. All right, so I am done with that. Turn this water off and close my gate over here. Uh-oh, my gate is caught up on something. Okay, I have to close my shed door too so I don't forget. But anyway, said putting on fat for the winter maybe? Yeah, possibly. Yes, grub is chicken food. That is for certain. I just hate seeing them out here in my garden. I'm like, darn, because you already know where there's one, there's many. Hey, David. So these are my new cabbage babies. They seem to be doing okay, except for that one. That one is a little droopy, but it was a little droopy when I planted it. So if it does good, fine. If not, oh well. And those two over there are the broccoli. Those are growing pretty quickly. They're doing good. All the African blue basil is coming back in. Remember, I cut those back to nothing. Let's see. The spinach mustards, they look pretty good right there. Have three right there. You said you got to figure out a new spot for your hummingbird feeder. Yeah, those hood cats. And that's why I kind of have mine like in the middle of the garden there, so it can't really get to nothing. Um, it can't really get in there good because there's so much stuff in there. But yeah, cats, they are a whole mess. Because we have some of those, and actually, they aren't really hood cats. Those are actually my neighbor's cats. They have a few of them, and yeah, they're always in my yard. So these are the mustards. You see how quickly they're coming back in? They are so beautiful. I had aphids on them. I sprayed them the other day with some hand soap. So I don't see any on them right now. That bell pepper is not looking that great, but it'll be all right. Or not. And then I have more of those. Oh, got y'all spinning around. Sorry, y'all. More spinach mustards in there. And look, the tomatoes are starting to come in. So these are usually some nice little slicers. What is this? The stew piece tomato? Tomato. Tomato. So they're starting to come in. They're small right now, but they are coming in. And TWP in the house. Thank you for being here. So this is the eggplant that I moved over. So we're going to see how it does. I had hosed it off pretty good. Look, and you can still see DE on there. So I guess I didn't hose it as good as I thought. But as long as I got the underside of those leaves, that's what I was trying to get. And I rinsed off those roots and pruned them up before I put them in this soil over here. And there was a bunch of earthworms. Hey, Miss Destiny. A bunch of earthworms in the soil that it was in also. So I moved some of those earthworms over here. And as you can see, all those onion bulbs that I had in there, they are popping up. I do have some garlic in there. That's what this is, little garlic peels. So I did pop some garlic in there. And these plants are starting to do really good. You see, that's the flower for the, what is this? The Thai long beans. So these are the Thai long beans. They have kind of like the color like the dragon tongue bush beans. You know, that purplish color. I did harvest a couple of them off of there. Let me see. Here go a couple more right here. So those are starting to come in. I guess at the time that I planted them, maybe it was the wrong time of year, and so they really weren't doing good. But there's another flower there, another bean on this side. A couple of the plants I did have to pull because they just were not doing well. My celery seems to have picked up. Remember, I had this in that container with my not container in the raised bed with my collard trees, and they were just taking up all the nutrients from this one plant. I have another one in there that it's not bothering much at all, but that one seems to be doing a lot better now. Fertilized all my blueberries. I usually would wait until December, but since I got some, I was getting blueberries on one of the plants, I decided to go ahead and fertilize them. Let's see, you finally got you some dragon tongue beans. Oh yeah. For some reason they're kind of hard to find. Oh wow, you guys, look. I thought that I was not going to get any asparagus for a while, but look, there's one coming up here. Oh, I didn't even notice the one over here. And those onion bulbs I put in back here, they're coming up. But look, here's another one. Another asparagus. I would have never noticed that either. So they're starting to come back in. That is awesome. I am so happy. And I have put more onion bulbs in. I thought these were done, so I started adding onions and everything. Chris is in the building. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. My chickens are out here whining, y'all, as usual. That's what they do in the morning. I appreciate you guys being here. You just started growing some asparagus from seeds. But look, I got these, I dropped those seeds in. You know how you get the little asparagus crowns or whatever from the big box store. And I got them last year, um, I'm thinking December, and popped them in the soil. And in the spring, I started getting asparagus. And so, yeah, those started moving really, really quickly. I'm gonna go ahead and take these shoe covers off. You know what? I may as well clean their house while I'm out here. So all I do is go in and make sure there's no poop in there. So I have my little bucket over here, and I wipe down the walls if I need to. So I will do that really quick. There's the little monsters here, over here showing out. They want to come out into the yard, but they cannot right now because I got to get ready for work. So I don't like flies and gnats and any of that stuff in their house, so I'll make sure everything is cleaned up. So I pooper scoop the whole house, their run area in the evening. One of my chicks had to come over here to make sure I'm doing things right. She had to come and check on me, y'all. So yeah, I'll clean this up really quick. So this will be the last thing I do before I go inside. I hope everyone is having an awesome morning. Why are you jumping up there? Lord have mercy. I'm in here cleaning and this girl is all in my business. All in my business, y'all. She done jumped up. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate you. She has jumped up on top of the nesting box because she nosy. Goodness. I can't get no peace. Oh, Lord. You done jumped up there, too? Girl, y'all can't be scaring me like that. Why are you up there being nosy? Hmm? Why are you up there being nosy? You want to make sure I'm cleaning right? I'm in their way, you guys. Love my curves. Hey, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I'm just cleaning their house up a little bit. Grabbed a couple of eggs that's in here. It's a couple in here. My chicks have been molting. That's when they lose their feathers and they start to generate new feathers so they can be prepared for those winter months. Hi. You got up there. Get your little cute self down. I don't know. Let me grab my couple of little eggs, y'all. All right, ladies, bye. I'm out of your house now. They so nosy. I want to see every little thing I'm doing. So these are my couple of little eggs from the babies, the big babies, because they're bigger than the other birds. Put them in my pocket so I don't forget. And let me go lock their gate. I put a lock on their door because I'm like, raccoons are smart. So I always put a lock on it at night. Y'all so nosy, then you came right back out. Oh, goodness. These little nosy bears. All right, we're going to do a little trek around before I get off here. They are irritating. So I haven't really seen a lot of them, but it is a house that's around the corner, and I think the people feed them. And so every morning, like not every morning, but every day that I go to the grocery store when I go that way, and I go early because I go to the store like, right when it opens a lot of the times. And so it's still kind of dark, then I will see them out. And they're always at the same house. So I figure they must be feeding them. But I don't find anything cute about raccoons. I feel like they are dangerous. So, um, yeah, I don't really want them around my chicken house and my yard or any of that stuff. Hey, Lash. So yesterday I was counting my apples. Remember, I started with like 22, so I'm down to like 15 now. C.R. Rogan, how are you? Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Lashes, I appreciate you. So I'm down to 15 apples, and it was a big one that got knocked off too. One of my chickies. Look, I can't even blame anything else. One of my chickies came over here and knocked it off. She was trying to eat it, little buzzard. But my palm is hanging on, you guys. Y'all see how big it's getting? That's my first pomegranate ever to make it anyway. It was a few of them on there. It was like four or five, and then that was the last one standing. So, and you see all the ground cover over here around my avocado and the mango. I trimmed up my banana plants, so I tossed those down there on the ground so they can compost. That black bean is doing really good. There are beans coming on it. So all of that is ground cover. The rose bushes I have to cut out. I was kind of contemplating, because they're looking so pretty, I was kind of contemplating just digging them up, see if I can dig them all the way up, and hopefully they don't come back, and put them somewhere. Maybe I'll put them in the front of the house or something, or on the side of the house. And there's another one over there. I'm like, darn it, I just can't get rid of them. And we dug them up and pulled them out of there, and they started coming right back. So, anyway, you guys, I appreciate you guys all being here, but I have to get in there and get ready for work. So, yes, if you want to drop your channel link, please type KAY. It will drop your channel link. That way, if anyone is scrolling through, they'll be able to connect with you. Please make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Ooh, that sun is glaring. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And make sure to hit that like button, y'all. I don't think I closed my gate all the way over here. So until next time, you guys, I will see you guys all in the garden on next time. You guys have an amazing day. And by golly, get out there and grow something. Bye, y'all.